You are practicing again and again, but your reading score remains the same. If you are facing this type of situation, then this is the only video you need to watch, because I'm gonna tell you in 3 steps how to guaranteedly improve your reading score. So let's start with the first step, which is identifying your weaknesses. Now, if your reading score is not increasing, obviously you are weak at some questions. You need to identify those questions. 90% of the time it would be true, false, not given, or matching headings. But you can be weak at other questions like matching sentence ending, summary completion. Whatever questions you are weak at, you need to admit, okay, I'm weak at them. And then you need to majorly focus on them. Don't focus on your strengths that much, because your strengths will remain your strengths, but your weaknesses are the questions that will lead to a lower band score. So you should admit, okay, I am weak at true, false, not given, or I'm weak at matching headings. Then you need to know the strategies of these questions and master them. Remember here that only knowing the question strategies won't help you. You need to master them. And how would you do that? It will come by continuous practice. Here, practice is the key. You need to first know these strategies in whatever questions you're weak, and then you need to practice them. Not only once, again and again and again. Then you will improve. Otherwise, if you just practice once and say, okay, I'm a king, I'm an expert, then it won't help you. Practice repeatedly through the Cambridge books, because these books resemble the real IELTS test and their difficulty level is nearly the same as the real IELTS test. Talking about the most common questions like true, false, not given, and matching headings, here the tips for them, the strategies for them are that you need to differentiate between false and not given. This is the major killer where students get a lower score. They are unable to differentiate between false and not given. Next coming up is matching headings, and here you need to attempt this question at the last, because this is the most time consuming question. And differentiating between two list of headings, because there will be 6, 7 or 8, probably even 10. If you find two confusing, you need to differentiate between them. There must be some difference. And then you look at the paragraph and you identify 1 or 2 lines during the whole paragraph that will tell you the answer. That line will tell you the difference between those two options, and you'll eliminate the incorrect one and choose the correct answer. Finally comes the most important step, which is knowing how to practice. Here students identify the weaknesses, they know the strategies, but due to incorrect implementation, they just say, oh no, these strategies are incorrect. They take a Cambridge test, they quickly implement the strategies, and as it is their first or second attempt, they just don't get the answers correct. And in order to improve, they just move on to the next Cambridge test, implement the same strategies, and without analyzing how did I get this question correct, what can I do to improve this question, how can I use this strategy to improve this question, they just jump to the next Cambridge test and start solving it. Then the result will obviously be same, because you haven't learned anything. So here, whenever you find your weak questions and when you are trying to implement the strategies, you spend 10 to 15 minutes separately on that question without no exam conditions, under no time limit. Then you will improve. Say, what mistake did I made? How can I improve it? And then you implement the strategy correctly. Just don't immediately jump to the next Cambridge test. Find your weaknesses and then convert them into strengths. After that, you can move to the next Cambridge test. And besides true, false, not given, and matching headings, there are some other reading questions like MCQs, where you definitely need strategies. So the video will be appearing on the screen. You can watch it and it will help you a lot. Take care. Allah Hafiz.